Welcome to Extra Minutes, the official podcast of West Texas FC. Sponsored by Case Corporate.
All right, welcome to episode 2 of Extra Minutes, the official West Texas FC podcast. I am Luke McDonald. This is Adam Reed, and this is our good buddy. You'll recognize him from the Best of Midland podcast, Ryan Shuchuk. Thanks for being with us, Ryan.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Man. Oh, man.
Great game.
We are here at Buffalo Joe's. We literally just finished watching our first match against Lubbock Matadors, El Dustico. And Ryan, why don't you kick us off? What did you see? Any takeaways?
I'll be honest, guys. The number one takeaway that I saw was stopping the clock during the first half. That was my huge takeaway. A lot of weird stopping of the clock, but no, I thought it was a great game. There's different team members on both sides and players and stuff like that, but I thought they might come out swinging on each other, just from last year's sort of, games, but they did come out aggressive, so it was great to see.
Yeah, no doubt. How about you?
I was ready for a brawl. I'm not gonna lie, like a hockey match.
Last year it was heated from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
I know Ryan and I were texting last year while we were playing Lubbock for the first time, and it was an intense game, and it did not end on a happy note, right?
Yeah.
And so it was interesting to kind of see how this batch of players
they showed restraint.
Yeah,
they showed restraint.
It started a little slow, I thought. Like, you could tell that these guys are just kind of feeling things out, right? Like, and it was just a lot of like, all right, I'm going to pass it to you. Here you go. Until you kind of like, they're still developing that kind of intuitive relationship. But I feel like for the limited amount of time these players have had together, it did not take long for both teams to really start kind of cranking, and it, especially the second half, opened wide to where there were goals just coming crazy, and it was an exciting game at that point. So, Adam, what'd you think? What'd you see?
Yeah, I expected kind of a different game. I expected us, as I was saying as we were watching it, I kind of expected us to keep it more on our half and be a little bit more slow and methodical. And it was all gas, no brakes. It really was. We got a kickoff. All right, let's boot it down the field and see if we can, get a goal. Let's take chances. Let's push it. Really aggressive, and it was really fun to watch. Coach David talked about how he wants a bunch of smart players out on the field and stuff, but some of these guys have been here less than a week, and heck, one of them we didn't even know who he was and scored. And it's like, who is this guy? Because he just showed up, and so it was exciting to see the raw talent is absolutely there. It's going to be exciting to see as this season progresses, to see the strategy kind of catch up to this raw talent, and as we've seen, pretty high ceiling with this team.
Yeah, Ryan, what were your thoughts? Kind of, you and I watched these teams kind of battle it out a couple times last year. How did this game compare, you think, to the teams that we had last year and kind of how they dueled?
Like I was saying before, the last thing I wanted to see was the first 6 rounds of a boxing match, like you were saying. It's like, okay, let me fill you out. I wanted to see MMA style. We're just going to go hard from the get-go. And I felt like, I wasn't expecting to see goals in the first 3 minutes by any means, but to see 3 in 5 minutes, in the first 30 minutes, that was pretty strong. So I was very excited to see that. But I don't know, maybe it was just the dynamic of, last year and this year, where while the team has the rivalry, the players don't necessarily have that yet, right? And it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses later on in the season.
Yeah.
Right, when we're going to play that at home.
Yeah.
And now Lubbock's taking the L.
Yeah.
Right, and see how they respond, because I think it's going to be a fun game for the crowd, if nothing else. Right.
No joke. And it looked like Lubbock had a great crowd, and so that's always fun to see. Yes, there are rivals. Yes, we want to win. But it's always fun to see any of the teams doing well and have a good following, right? We want a good lead.
Oh, 100%.
And so that's always fun to see, like when a team like Lubbock has such a good fan base, they travel, like we saw that last year, but
yeah, you had the guy on the megaphone with the jacket going the whole game.
White jacket guy, I love that.
He did not give up.
No, and neither did the team.
Yeah.
I mean, like we were commenting, I think it was like the 85th minute, it was like they were running as hard as they were in the first 5 minutes. I was blown away by the fitness of both teams. And really, the thing I love to see West Texas FC do so well was the way they were pressing the ball. It was like as soon as someone in red got the ball, we were running at them. Not like kind of trying to get close, block off some pass. We were just aiming straight at them, run right at them, trying to get the ball. And
then on the other side, I didn't see any like glaring mistakes by the defense. Right? Something to be like, oh, here we go, right? Like, so that was great to see too. They were really in sync tonight. It was good to see. It's game 1, right? It's the first game of the season.
That's right.
You love to see that.
Yeah, that first goal, man. I love goals like that because it's just pure hustle, right? It's just like two guys running full blast at the ball, and it's like whoever gets it first is going to kick it, and you hope that in that moment, if West Texas FC gets to the ball, that he doesn't just skyrocket the thing over the goal, right? Because you're running so fast, but man, the touch he had just to kind of chip it and get it in the goal and just kind of break that deadlock was like, and then it seemed like from there we calmed down a little bit from that first goal, and the way we played from then on out was just like, something Adam and I talked about was when we did media day with the team, and Adam's talking to all the players, and we played some of those clips on the first episode about like, hey, how do you think this game's going to go? And they're all like, well, we're going to roll them.
I can't wait to score against them. I heard they have a lot of fans, so keep them quiet and take 3 points up the road. Be good for the West Texas.
I expect us to go there and completely turn them over. Speaking to Dave, the coach, he's saying that they're expecting to roll us over, but I think we're going to go there and completely annihilate them.
You have to have that confidence.
Oh, man. So I go and tell to Coach Scotty and Coach David, and I'm like, man, your players are ready. Like, they are like, I had the Tiger. And they were kind of like, yeah, man. Yeah, we're ready. And I said, yeah, you can tell, like, they're not arrogant. They just have a confidence about them that they know they're going to win this game. And Coach David looked me in the eye, and without, like, just stating matter-of-factly, oh, we're going to win. And it was like, it kind of gave me chills. It was like, I've never experienced that type of just like pure drive and that kind of athletic, competition.
Now, are they going to say that like on press day? Like, are they going to have to be humble in front of the press?
Right.
We're like, well, they played a good game. Listen, coach, come out and go, we're going to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Right? And we'll get behind it.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
No
Well,
doubt.
it's like there's just confidence at every single level on this team. Like from the coaches ooze confidence, and I feel like they really gave these players a lot of confidence to play freely. But then, I mean, from the offense shouldn't be able to play the way they're playing unless the defense, and it all starts with the goalie play as well, shows up to say, hey, we got your back. You can charge to that ball all you want, and they're not going to get past us. They're not going to score.
That's right.
And, I mean, they showed up.
Yeah, every level of the pitch played such a good game, and it was really well balanced. It wasn't like we had, a team that was really like strong in attack and weak in defense, or, that had a really good midfield that couldn't finish. It just felt like the whole team felt really balanced. And you're right, from the keeper up to the strikers, just seemed like everyone knew what they were there to do. And had fun too, man. When Liam scored that goal and he's dancing and blowing kisses to the crowd, that's just like,
I want to see that same confidence. I want to see that same level. It's inevitable, right? We didn't play from behind tonight.
Yep.
Right. We didn't play down.
Yeah.
But when they get down, to have that same level, to have that same connection, to not go like, well, now we're, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just keep going after
Well, and
it.
that's something that Adam pointed out actually when the Matadors were able to score the equalizer, right? The first goal, and it wasn't, but I don't know how many minutes later, but it was quick. It didn't even phase us.
Nope.
It was just like, okay, well, that wasn't fun, but nothing's changed in our minds, right?
Yeah.
And after every goal, you could see the guys like, hey, calm down. like, we don't have to get too amped up. We're here to do the job, and we know what we're doing. So, don't let the emotions kind of take over.
Yeah.
Like, we know what we came here to do, and we're doing it. And
there's plenty of time.
Yeah.
What maybe I was getting another beer or something, but I didn't see what led to the penalty kick. I didn't see what happened there.
Yeah, so I didn't either. So probably kept this up.
Yeah, we were probably both getting beers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never got opportunities to score like that very often as a
No.
midfielder, mostly funneling the attack. But yeah, it puts a little pep in your step. Oh, foul on the inside of the box.
Yeah, that's
there.
close to it. Getting tangled up right there was Luke McCormick, the guy that scored in the 24th minute. Had two Matadors right in front of him, William Rodriguez, as well as Ego Luis.
Ref's pointing to the edge of the 16-yard box there.
Okay, so it's just right on the outside of it, huh?
As Liam Core is kind of getting in his face right there, protesting the call.
A lot of communication here with the officiating crew. In a big game like this, that's a big job. Ethan Stevenson. So it must have happened right in the box. This is a big job right here. PK stops win ball games. PK goals win ball games. So this could be a big difference. Fires and puts it in. Stevenson, left top shelf, hits the back of the net. Man, this is a heavyweight bout tonight, and we're seeing it play out firsthand. In the 30th minute, Stevenson gonna get on the board.
My name is Antoine Marquez. I play striker. For the next game, I think we're ready. Denton Diablo is going to be tough because we're playing away, another game away, but we're all ready after the win that we get against Lubbock. So it's going to be a good game. Even though they're top of the league, I think we can make it, and we're going to do it.
Crossing it to the middle and off the top of the bar. Oh man, that was playing with fire there, and the Matadors got lucky; they didn't get burned.
I will say the stream was great. Big thumbs up to Lubbock and the Matadors for doing a good job to where we can come to Buffalo Joe's and be able to watch the game and enjoy it in our hometown. So I really appreciate them doing that and doing a good job with that. But our next game we've got next week, next Thursday, is against Denton. And this will be Denton's third game. So it's interesting that Denton and Fort Worth played a week before everybody else. And so both those teams are now in their third game, which I think could be a pretty big advantage. When your season is so short and you get a game before everybody else, it's just that much. It seems like it wouldn't make a huge difference, but these teams don't get a long time to play together.
Yeah, right.
So to have an extra 90 minutes on your legs, I foresee it being a pretty tough game. And just watching how they battled Fort Worth in that first game, it looked like a gritty, tough game. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how we fare against them. But I don't know. At this point, I'm like, after watching that team, I think we're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, Lubbock's a damn good team, and we showed up and, controlled it from the beginning, it felt like.
Yeah.
And just fell more into it, right? There was a point in the middle of the game that it was just the poor Matadors just could not get the ball.
Yeah.
And man, they're a good team.
Yeah.
And when they're a good team, they didn't play poorly.
No.
It was a good game. But all that to say, we've got another away game. We will be putting out information about kind of how to get that stream, how you can meet up with us, right? We had a good time here at Buffalo Joe's eating wings and drinking Tall City beer and watching the game on the screens. And so we'll be putting that info out there. But following the Denton game will be our first home game against Austin. And so as part of kind of the podcast ramping up to that first home game, we are giving away some free tickets to that game. Adam, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we will be selecting at random a fan that likes and shares the podcast on social media. So
And comments what teams they support.
That's right. I can't forget that. Yeah, as many teams as you want to throw out there that you support, go for it. Hopefully, it's one of them is West Texas FC. But
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we'll be giving those out at random, and we'll try to do that for each of the home games. So,
What's the date on that?
The first game?
First home game, June 1st.
Yeah.
I don't know how I know that because I never can remember a number, but
I
it was
about to
there.
check the phone,
Yeah.
No, well done. Yeah, so June 1st, Saturday game.
Okay, so-
it'll be awesome.
Rent's due, and then let's get out to the game.
There you go.
Right, you know?
That's right. Yeah. So I guess on to Denton. That's the next game, and we just keep trucking ahead, man.
Yeah, keep that confidence going, the swag, I mean, I just have that image of blowing kisses to the crowd and all that. I just want to see more of that.
We need the crowd doing that at the game. We need blowing kisses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and this is, I mean, speaking of first home game coming up in a couple weeks, Midland needs to show up because obviously we've now seen there's someone worth showing up for.
Right.
And
our opponents' teams are showing up.
Yeah.
Those fan bases are showing up.
Yeah, we need to have some hometown pride and show
Come around.
the other teams
Those
what we're
definitely come
about.
around. You know, a lot of people are going to battle that heat.
Yeah.
But listen, if you're a supporter, you're a supporter.
That's right.
That's right.
And most of the games in the shade. Doesn't mean it's not hot, but it is in the shade. So
Tall City will cool you up.
Yeah, get some beers.
that's right.
You know,
And at the very least, the away games, it's air conditioned, right?
that's true.
It was nice and comfy here. So
Oh,
it
it
was
was
very
very
nice
true.
beers
Yeah.
the whole time. So
Fantastic.
the big thanks to Ivan and Buffalo Joe's and everybody here, and took really good care of us. Set aside a bunch of tables for us. It was just super cool and
Some great
fun
wings.
to be a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Service is always great. Yeah, I wanted to say congratulations to you guys. I've got your logo on the kits.
Thank
Right?
you.
A lot of logos here, right?
Yeah.
You guys are on there?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Case Corporate. So Case is the official sponsor of the podcast. And then we've got Tall City, obviously, is the main kit sponsor. Diamondback, and then down low right here is Film Hunter Media. So that's always fun.
Yeah. As I was told by I won't say her name so she's not embarrassed, but I was told our logo is in the most important part for female fans. So
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So regardless of wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast, you can find it on, you can find the audio versions obviously on Spotify, on Apple, and then you can find the videos on YouTube. To just kind of keep up to date with the team, Instagram is probably the best place to go if you want to know kind of what's going on, if you want to follow along. We're posting all sorts of stuff leading up to the games. We're posting as the games are happening. You know, if you aren't able to watch a stream or something and just want to keep an eye on the Instagram account, you'll kind of get a vibe of how the game's going. And so make sure to follow those socials. And yeah, thanks for listening to Extra Minutes, the official West Texas FC podcast, brought to you by Case Corporate Housing. And Ryan, I'm really excited that you're going to be doing this with us. We've known Ryan forever and haven't gotten to do a project together.
Oh, this
we
is
talked
our first
about
project.
all the work that we're doing, but this is the first time we've actually gotten to do something together. So that's super exciting.
We finally get to put all of our ideas that we've been talking about over beers into motion. I appreciate you guys reaching out, and it's super fun. Yeah. Love to support the team and love to support you guys. So
That's right.
it's excellent.
All right, vamos azul. Let's do it.
All right, another round.
Yeah.
Great pass there.
Yes, and a spin on the ball, and that's a chance, and that's going to be the first goal of the season. West Texas FC puts it in. PK goals win ball games, so this could be a big difference. Fires and puts it in. Stevenson, left top shelf, hits the back of the net. Man, this is a heavyweight bout tonight, and we're seeing it play out firsthand. Ooh, great cross up front. A 1v1. Fires on score. Goal once again for West Texas FC. They go right side this time, and they take advantage of the 1v1, and they're silencing the fans here at Lowry Field.